Oh, yes. Hello. Shalom, Jeromes. What's going on, everyone? Now, you may know that we have a catchphrase around this channel of a hashtag cap is a myth because it really is. It is specifically if you have a great capologist in Rob Jerome Brzezinski, which the Minnesota Vikings do. We'll get into why in a sec. But you may be new to the channel since we've been growing and showing. No big deal. So we want to do a quick recap of why hashtag cap is a myth. Because here's the thing. Rob Brzezinski has been a cap wizard here for the Vikings for a number of years. Like him and Spielman have teamed up and have done great things. Now, the key to finessing the salary cap is making sure that you're not carrying a lot of dead money on aging players. And it's a problem that Dallas has run into, New Orleans certainly. So teams just end up with big chunk dead cap money on basically players who are past their expiration date. It's no bueno, right? And the Vikings have been very good about rewarding their guys in-house as well as taking slightly below market deals than they would if they had to wait a year or two to hit free agency, as well as front-loading those deals so the team can assess, hey, if this player is the same player after 2 to 3 years, that's great. We can still continue on with this contract, but if not, and the Vikings don't have any dead salary cap. So that's why hashtag cap is a myth, because as you see right now, we got the over the cap calculator from our friends over at OTC. Vikings right now are projected to have 9.673 million in the red. Now that doesn't even include like re-signing Anthony Harris or Mac Alexander or Stephen Weller or anything like that. So right now the Vikings total cap liability is not great, even though the projected salary cap is about 201, as well as I'm not sure if this factors in the rookies, because that's about 10 million in the pool either way. So we're going to go through a couple of transactions, and also they're all realistic transactions, by the way. So we'll go through. Let's get the cuts out of the way first. So Kirk Cousins cut. Nah, just kidding. All right, so can't do that one. But what we can do is, so Riley Reef, you can free up $8.8 million by letting him go because he has a $13.2 million cap hit, 4.4 of that is dead. Cut, you go. All of a sudden, you see the Vikings number moves to slightly, now they have 873. So they're still in the hole. Gosh. All right, moving on to Xavier Rhodes, cutting him $8.1 million. You gone. Deuces. Let's see who else we can cut. Yeah, that's about it. Now, we get into the restructures. Now, what happens with restructures is a lot of the restructures are also written to the players' contracts where they don't even get a say. It's just a way to move money around in terms of accounting. So if a player has a base salary of, say, just for ease of math, $10 million, they can reduce that, turn it into a roster bonus, and then whatever they subtract from the base salary, say they knock it down to 5, and then they take their other $5 million, convert it into a roster bonus. So a player gets his money a little bit early, which I was kind of nice. But then the cap hits are prorated out to remaining years of the contract. So say that there are 5 years left on the contract, just for ease of math. So you go from 10 million base, which would have been your cap hit. You can reduce it to 5. And then you take that 5, make it a prorated bonus, and it prorates over the 5 years, so $1 million cap hit per year. So you take that $10 million cap hit down to 6. That's why you're creating money, and the player isn't out a single penny. In fact, they get their money a little bit sooner, which is actually better, and then the team gets to create a little bit of cap space. And you saw it's already like Eric Kendricks was like a year removed from signing his 5-year, $50 million extension. He already restructured once. Yeah, so getting into these now, these are rough back the envelope math numbers, but so Stephon Diggs, restructure, bam. All right, so blah 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 blah, restructured. So you go from 7 to 15, not too bad. Danielle Hunter, put him on a restructure. Actually, he may deserve a new contract. 15 to 22, no big deal. Everson, we're going to restructure. Even though he's technically out of contract, but you know what I mean. Linval, we're going to restructure him as well. Restructure everybody. Shit. Why not? Here we go. Thielen, Barr, Harrison, although Harrison could deserve a new contract. Kendricks is already restructured once, so we'll skip him. Rudolph, even though he's just signed, and we'll restructure Josh Klein. So submit. So, we're not going to cut Kendricks. Nah, not today. He's playing really well. He's finally in the Pro Bowl. There you go. So now the Vikings have advanced up to $6.63 million, that from being, what were they, 9 in the hole? Yeah, no big deal. And also, we're just going to go through, we're going to cut Elfline just for schnitz and giggles. So we got that. How about we restructure Shamar Stephen as well? There you go, 65. And yeah, just for schnitz. There we go. Just make it 70. Actually, undo the restructure from 7. There we go. And now the Vikings have cleared up. Not only are they out of the red 9 million, but they've freed up 69 million in cap space. Hashtag nice. Yeah. And here's the thing. This is entirely... this is a simulation, even though we live in a simulation. So this is just an exercise. Of course, the numbers are going to be ballpark generic, but think about the Vikings. I mean, just cutting reef, cutting roads, and restructuring a couple of these contracts is very easy for the Vikings to free up money because there's always money in the banana stand, and also hashtag cap is myth. You know what it is. Yeah, so now they have money. They can re-sign Anthony Harris. They can re-sign Mac Alexander. They can pursue Brandon Scherf or Joe Thuney in free agency. They can do all of those things. They can go after Jadeveon Clowney. I don't care. Well, why not? Just go all in there. And it's really easy, and it's the accounting, and it's the benefit of having a great capologist like Rob Brzezinski. So remember, Thug Life Rob Brzezinski. That might be our favorite piece of hashtag content that we've ever made. But anyways, your thoughts. Let us know about hashtag cap being a myth. Let us know in the comment section below. Also, subscribe for daily Vikings takes. If you want to support the work, pull us up in the Venmo. Plus, give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skol, production value.